So this is our board game. We use the platform Steam, which is quite well known for many players worldwide. The platform that we're using is the tabletop simulator on Steam. So if you own a Steam account and purchase tabletop simulator, you can play our board game online. So, our board game aims to investigate Hong Kong students, especially for university students, awareness on carbon footprint. And also, we want to enhance their understanding and knowledge levels of reducing carbon footprint. Additionally, we will also want to evaluate whether a board game could be an effective educational tool for future environmental education. So from here, you could say we could find the tabletop simulator from the library. If you want to download our board game, you should go to the workshop page and search HKU project 2024 full-time 4. And you could see our board game is right here. So let's initiate it now. Basically, if you subscribe it, and you could see your board game from the function menu here. So right here, since it's subscribed from the workshop page. So the name of it is HKU Project 2024 Full-Time 4. Let's load it. And you could see the general image of our board game. So our board game's name is Carbon Seekers. It could be played by at least 2 players, and you can also play it as a team. And at most 4 teams could play it at the same time. So each player or team could control a player indicator like this one. So this is our game board, and if you want to play it as a team, you could play it here. But if the game is played by less than 4 players, then let's see, you could play it here. So here are 4 player indicators. Okay, so the function of dice is to determine the number of steps that a player can move each round. We have 42 question cards with answers divided into 5 categories: diet, water and energy usage, transportation, eco-friendly products and waste management, flexible measures in public and private spaces. And we also have random event cards. So each card describes any behavior that may affect a player's movement, such as moving forward or backward. And once you use up the card, you should drop it here in the discard pile. So let's talk about the movement rules. At the beginning of the first round, starting from the first player, all players should draw and answer a question card from the first same, which is about diet. Then, answered card should be left in the discard pile until the game ends. So let's first shuffle the card from this pile and draw one from here. You could see the first question is about whether diet changes could impact the increase or decrease of carbon footprint. So the question is, eating meat has the same environmental impact as eating plants. So you should say whether you agree or disagree with this statement. So if you answer no or yes generally, you could give a simple reasoning of your thoughts. And to decide whether you can move or not is once we flip it, you could see the answer of this question. But this one is also a model answer. If you answer something similar or quite different from this one, other players will vote to decide whether you are correct or not. So if more than half of players think you're right, then you can throw the dice and decide how many steps you could move forward. So once we use it up, we could drop it in the discard pile. It will saved. Okay. So we could also encounter some open-ended questions. But for this one, like, okay, we can show you an example of it. Let's just draw a card from the fifth same. Okay. So this scenario question is that you are organizing a community event and want to minimize its carbon footprint. So it wants you to list 3 actions you can take to achieve this goal. Okay, so questions like this are a little bit complicated, and answers to answer certain sort of questions like this are usually quite complex. And the answer we provide here is just an example. If you answer something quite similar to it or sounds reasonable, other players will generally, it was assume, will generally vote you to move because your answer is persuasive enough. So again, once we use it up, we drop it in the discard pile. So if you answer the first question right, you should roll a dice. Let's say the point is 1, so you should move 1 space forward, which is right here. So the road follows a pattern in this way. You follow the number, and the first person to reach the 0 carbon goal is the winner. But if you answer the question wrong, you cannot generally move. So let's say if you move right here, it shows like you encountered an event. So instead of answering questions, we should draw a card from the event. And it said like poorly maintained vehicles emit more pollutants. So it seems like this is a behavior that is not environmentally friendly, so it will increase your carbon footprint. Therefore, you lose the next turn. So this is a negative event, but it happens. And assuming that 4 players are playing this game at the same time, so after the first round, the diet questions should be used up because we only got 4 questions regarding diet. So in the next round, we move to the water and energy usage. But this time, under this same, we have 8 cards. So we do not use it up. In the third round, we move to the transportation same and eco-friendly products and waste management. Yeah, the last one is about flexible measures that you can take in public and private spaces. So, if the game is not finished within 5 rounds, we will move back to the beginning. And if there's no card left, we move to the second one. Yeah, it works in this way. So, um, let's talk about the interaction part. So, when two players or teams land on the same space, like in this way, so if the original occupant answers correctly, um, okay, the first thing is they would draw a question card for a quick response challenge. It depends on which round that the game is. So draw a card from here. It depends on the speed um, that the players answers this question. So if the original occupant answers it right, then the arriving player must return to their previous position. So if the player that comes later answers it correctly, the two players switch positions. So if no one answers it correctly, other players can attempt to answer. So generally, a correct response allows that player to roll the dice and move forward without answering an additional question. So if no one answers correctly, both players roll the dice. The player with the lower roll moves backward. It depends on uh, wage point that the player roll. So the smallest number will be taken as a count. And regarding the assistance, so in our game, each player or team has an opportunity per game to seek help from other players, teams, or external individuals. So if the assistance is sought from another player or team, the question is answered correctly. Both parties roll the dice and move forward together based on the roll. So, if the assistance uh, is sought externally, the question is answered correctly. The player or team rolls the dice to determine their movement. So, if the assistance request is refused, okay, it will happen. Okay, it will be regarded as failed assistance. So the opportunity will be used up. So that is about the general rules about our board game. So this is some social media accounts QR codes of our project. This one is the Instagram code. This one is the right note. And regarding this QR code, it is about our generalized questionnaire. So it aims to kind of investigate the general awareness and knowledge level of people's knowledge on carbon footprint. So it can be answered by anyone else. But regarding these two, so before play the game, our target audience, which is, university students in Hong Kong, should scan this one and answer some questions. And after playing the game, they should scan this one to finish up the post workshop questionnaire. The questions are quite similar. Just want to investigate whether you have learned something through playing our board game. Also, this board game is designed by us, by our group, inspired by Ludo. So, if you want more information, please follow up our social media account. So, if you want to quit the game, you do not need to rearrange everything back to their original place. You just quit back to the main menu. Since it is an established mode in the workshop of this game, if you open it up again, everything will be arranged accordingly based on our basic setup of this workshop. So it is quite convenient. And yeah, that is everything about our board games introduction. Thanks for watching.